So you're considering making a move, or you've got a family member or a loved one who's considering making a move to a 55 plus adult active community here in and around the Kansas City area. Well, you are not going to want to miss this video. I'm going to highlight 6 different 55 plus adult active communities right here in the Kansas City metropolitan area. I'm going to be showing you a little bit on the Kansas side as well as some on the Missouri side. So there's 2 communities on the Kansas side that I will be sharing with you and 4 on the Missouri side. Now, the past few years, this type of community has really started to explode and expand. In fact, sometimes there's not even any properties that are available in these communities. Now, there's a lot of things to consider when you are looking to live in one of these communities, and the HOA and the covenants and restrictions is key. So when you're looking, you're going to want to obtain a copy of the covenants and restrictions, and that's where I can come in to help you find that and locate that and help you to read through it and answer any questions that you may have about those communities. We're going to be talking about some of the amenities that come along with these communities that are going to be affecting your lifestyle. So when you are ready, whether that's a week from now or a year from now, we might as well start getting ready, right? My contact information is below in the description, including a link that goes right to my calendar. And if you click on that link, we will have a video call to talk about all of the questions that you have, as well as your real estate goals. So go ahead, click that link. If we've never met before, my name is Anita Cordell, and I create videos about what it's actually like to live here in Kansas City, to work here, to play here, what the food is like here. I talk even about the weather. I'm also a licensed real estate agent, both on the Kansas side as well as the Missouri side, and a team lead of the Yellow Brick Group, and I've helped hundreds of people just like you buy, sell, relocate, and invest right here in our amazing city. Now, I want to give you a personal invitation. Down below is the comment section, and I am inviting you to write any comments that you have, whether that's your experience about Kansas City or even about areas that you would like for me to make a video about. I'm telling you, people read these comments and they help a ton of people. So give us your wonderful feedback as well as any questions that you have, because the viewers do love reading them. Even some people request various topics and they'll give me ideas for the next videos. So that could be you. Just feel free to make your requests if you aren't. Now let's get into the video. That is why you came, right? Now I'm sure that you are aware that there are a lot of different types of adult communities. My clients have really enjoyed living in adult communities, but not just adult communities. They love living in active adult communities. These are communities where they have an HOA that is ran by active adults that are in the community that keep the community alive and running. Now, not all adult communities are what we deem as active. But I wanted to preface that because every single person has their own definition of what active is, and it's going to be different between you and your neighbor. So keeping that in mind, let's talk about what that looks like. Another thing to note is that there is something called the assisted living communities. I'm not going to be covering the assisted living communities. It's something completely separate, and pretty much all my clients who are looking for active adult communities don't want to consider the assisted living communities. So most of the things that I'm going to be looking at are going to be single family homes or condos, townhome style livings, but they're not an apartment complex type of style. Now, another thing to note is that there is a difference between a 55 plus community and a maintenance provided community. Now, a maintenance provided community is where obviously you get lawn and snow and sometimes certain parts of the house on the outside structure taken care of. They're maintenance provided and you pay extra for that. If a property is in a maintenance provided community, that does not necessarily mean that it is an adult community. So what you have to do is look at the covenants and restrictions, because if it's a 55 plus community or an adult community, it's going to be telling that in the covenants and restrictions. That's why it's so important to read the covenants and restrictions. I cannot tell you that enough. These maintenance provided communities are popping up all over the Kansas City metropolitan area, and they are really fantastic communities, especially when somebody just really doesn't want to have the responsibility of lawn care and they need some help, or they just, want to focus their attention on other aspects other than maintaining their property. They get some help from that. And that is value added for a lot of people, which is why that demand is starting to increase in the Kansas City area. There's quite a number of them, and they range in price and location. But the 55 plus community is different. It's where you are age restricted. And that doesn't necessarily mean that all the parties that are on the loan are age restricted. Usually it's just one person on the deed that has to be in that age range. So be sure and read the covenants and restrictions. Out of all of the maintenance provided communities that are in Kansas City, there's about 30 of them that are 55 and plus, or what we deem as adult communities. This means that there are age restrictions in those communities, and at least one of the homeowners has to fall into that age restriction that they have. So in this video, we're going to be covering some of the top 55 plus or adult communities here in the Kansas City area. Now, as I stated before, and I'll say it again, read the rules. So now let's get into the top adult active communities right here in Kansas City. Now, I'm not going to be covering these in any specific order. I'm not going to be putting my favorite at the top and my least favorite at the bottom. I'm more or less going to be covering the Kansas communities first and then the Missouri communities after that. All right, so there are two communities on the Kansas side that I want to share with you about. So the first community that I'm going to be covering on the Kansas side is Highland Villas. This community is in Prairie Village, Kansas. The amenities include an awesome clubhouse. There's a party room and a swimming pool. And some people say that it's more of the sensible way of living in Leawood. But the clubhouse features a common area, a library. Of course, it's got bathrooms, and there's a kitchen there. And then there's this indoor heated saltwater pool. That, to me, is super cool. They offer 2 to 3 bedrooms ranging from 1,336 square feet all the way up to 1,776 square feet. The price range ranges anywhere between $370,000 all the way up to $440,000. And the monthly HOA fees are $682. The second community that I want to cover that's an adult active community is the Villas at Piper Valley. This is a newer community, and I'm really excited about it. It's in Kansas City, Kansas. Basically, they say, welcome to paradise, and it's in the heart of this new 55 plus adult active community. There's access of a range of amenities, including a clubhouse, a fitness studio, walking trails, pickleball courts. Of course, that's really cool. And social activities designed really to enhance your life. With easy access to the highways like 435 and KCI Airport, this location is absolutely incredible. It's really just a quick drive even to downtown. It's perfectly located between 4 major hospitals, perfectly located with all kinds of shopping. You've got the Legends down the street. There's restaurants, public and private golf courses near there. It's really by the incredible hub of Kansas City and the life of Kansas City with Sporting KC, NASCAR, the Monarchs. You've got movie theaters at the Legend, and then there's the amphitheater just down the road. I'm telling you, this is a great location. If you really want peace and quiet, then you've got the Wyandotte County Lake just down the street, which is a 1,500-acre wooded wonder is what they call it, and 400-acre lake just literally around the corner. The properties range anywhere between $440,000 to $630,000. And you can still make your selections on whatever style that you want. They range anywhere between 2 to 3 bedroom. The square footage ranges anywhere between roughly 1,400 square feet all the way up to 2,585 square feet. And it's going to depend on the size of your property as well as whether or not you have a slab or a basement. So if you are looking for an adult active community that is 55 and plus in the Kansas area, I would definitely check out those 2 communities. So let's move on over to the Missouri side, where I'm going to be spotlighting 4 communities that you'll definitely want to check out. The first one has a special place in my heart. It's called Pickering Place. It's in Belton, Missouri, and it's actually a little different than the 55 plus community. And the reason why is because they actually allow for 50 and over to live here. That's the way it's been since the conception. And they just allow for you to be a little bit younger if you want to live in this community. Now, I had a client who purchased in this community, and it was absolutely perfect for him. In this community, there's about 158 properties. You can go and look at their website and just kind of look at the atmosphere of it all. But it's just a very simple lifestyle, and there's different styles of properties to look at. You've got single units, you've got duplexes, triplexes, as well as sixplexes. Some of the properties have basements, some are on slabs, and they range anywhere between $150,000 all the way up to $285,000. So it's a little on the less expensive side, comparably speaking, to the Kansas City metropolitan area. And it's going to depend on whether or not you get a single unit or if you are buying a unit that is connected to other properties, as well as whether or not you have a slab or a basement. There is a $249 monthly HOA fee. This is a small community. There is a clubhouse, but it's so quaint. While it's an older community, the people that live there love it so much. There's game nights that they have, potluck. There's even a little library that's in the community building that's got some puzzles to it and books that you can go. There's also men's pool and coffee time almost every single day. There's even an exercise class, so they really do strive to be a community there. Also, too, some of the people that live in this community are on slabs, and when my client was purchasing in this community, he was really concerned about purchasing a property that had a slab, but he really liked this property. And we went to kind of interview and talk to some of the residents there, and his concern was about tornadoes. And rightfully so, because when tornadoes come into the Kansas City area during tornado season, the sirens will go off and you're supposed to take shelter. The beauty about Pickering Place is that it's such a tight-knit community that there are some people who have basements that will welcome all the other people around that don't have basements into their house so that they can have shelter all together. But then also to the community center or the community building, the clubhouse there also has a basement and people will go into there as well. So wherever you're at, if you're in a community that's got a slab type style home, if they have a clubhouse, most likely there is shelter there as well. I enjoyed interviewing the people that live in Pickering Place with my client, and you really enjoyed it. And so it's got a special place in my heart because it's not just necessarily this huge, expensive, glamorous place to live. It's very simple. The people that live there love it. The second community on the Missouri side that I want to share with you that's a 55 plus adult active community is the Fountains at Raintree. And this is in Lee Summit. And if you've heard me talk about any of the lake communities, you know that I have spotlighted Raintree as one of those lake communities here in the Kansas City area. This is lake living at its finest. If you like lake living and you want to be near a lake and that's what you're used to, this is the place to be. The homeowners in this 55 plus adult community, they have access to all of the Raintree Lake amenities. They have access to boating and fishing, the water sports. There's 2 clubhouses there. There's walking trails, there's ponds, there's swimming pool. Residents just enjoy all of it together. It's just this little complex in the Raintree subdivision. Residents here also enjoy 17 acres of common area. There's 2 miles of paved walking paths, and there's this, of course, beautiful pond. Now, the price range in the Fountains at Raintree Lake are roughly around the $410,000 all the way up to $580,000. And they're mostly ranch style properties with a range of about 1,500 square feet to about 3,400 square feet. Most of these properties do have basements. The HOA fees are about $665 every quarter. Now, if you want to take a deeper dive into this area, their website has newsletters that they send out, and they go way back. So this can provide you with some insights into what's happening in the area, the events going on, even messages from board members, and it can give you an opportunity to just really stalk the area if you want to and if you're considering it. There are activities outside of the lake events at this community. There's ladies' bridge night, there's bingo, there's men's breakfast, there's even a silver singles group. I love the Raintree community. They've even coined a phrase that's called neighbors being neighborly. And it's just a DNA almost of the whole Raintree community. So it's a fantastic place to consider. Now, the third adult active community on the Missouri side is the Windmill Country Estates, and it's in Peculiar, Missouri. Now, this is a smaller community. There's about 50 or 60 single-family homes, and it's a pet-friendly 55-plus community, and the lots actually are a little spacious. The homes are a traditional style, and they range anywhere between 1,200 and 8,200 square feet to about 3,600 square feet. And all of them are ranch-style properties. Most of the homes have 1 to 3 bedrooms, and they're known for having some storage space. And they're also known for having some unique features like high ceilings. A lot of them also have finished basements and sunrooms as well. Most of them have 2-car garages, but there are a few that have 3-car garages in them as well. You can get these from anywhere between $350,000 all the way up to $490,000. The HOA fees for this community are $145 a month. Now, there are plenty of activities that are offered at Windmill Country Estates, including group fishing expeditions, holiday parties, monthly men's breakfasts, and ladies' luncheons. They've got poker and billiards nights. They've got regular fish fries. Residents can choose to be active if they like, and they can always find neighbors that are interested in common hobbies if they're not offered there as well. That's often common. There's also a trail around the lake, and there's also a neighborhood garden. And let's not forget the Christmas party, the ladies' bunco groups, and then men even have meet and greets as well. And the last 55-plus adult active community on the Missouri side that I want to spotlight is one of my favorites. It's called Alexandar Creek, and it is in Raymore, Missouri. Now, if you've watched my videos, you know that I love Raymore. It is so quaint, and it's just a lovely, lovely city. Now, Alexandar Creek is this lively community that offers neighborhood outings, fitness groups, outdoor activities, and more. They offer these one-story ranch floor plans that range around 1,498 square feet and up. And you can get 3 to 5 bedrooms. There's 2 to 3 bathrooms, usually a 2-car garage that's in this community. And these homes in this neighborhood all come equipped with smart home technology, and it allows you to easily control your home when you're traveling. They've got video doorbell, they've got a garage door control, they've got smart lighting, door lock, thermostat, and voice that are also controlled through one convenient app. Adjusting the temperatures or turning off the lights, it's all super convenient right at your fingertips. There's still new construction going on, so you have choices right now if you want to tap into Alexandar Creek. Now, I know that I have mentioned in this video several communities that are new, and both on the Kansas side as well as on the Missouri side, there's construction still going on. And this is your friendly reminder that if you are wanting to choose one of those communities, there's building going on, or if you want to choose another property that is not necessarily 55 and plus, you will want to be represented by your own buyer's agent. I have helped a lot of people purchase brand new homes, and I will tell you, while the listing agents or the agents that are sitting at the model homes are always very helpful, or usually always very helpful, and they're awesome agents, they are representing the builder or the seller. You will hear this, as some people will think and have this myth that if they don't have a buyer's agent, then they'll be able to save money. Most of the time, that's not the case, because the commission for a buyer's agent is usually already built into their marketing dollars, and it's already done and over. You're not necessarily going to be saving going in on your own. You need to be represented by someone when you are spending so much money. And if you walk in there unrepresented, it's kind of a myth that that agent is working on your behalf, but they're not. They have a fiduciary responsibility to work for that seller. So if you are considering this, give me a call and I can help you walk through the process, and you will be represented. And I wanted to just let you know that it's very important for you to be represented if you're going to do a build job or a new construction home. Now, in Alexandar Creek, you can get those homes for anywhere between $300 all the way up to $475. So there's quite a range in the style. You can get anywhere between 2 bedrooms all the way up to 4 bedrooms. You can also get them with or without a basement, and there's quite the selection to choose from. Now, as far as the HOA fees are concerned, right now they're about $373 a quarter. Now, another thing that I love about Alexandar Creek is the location, especially when you have aging parents, is the fact that they love Branson and the Ozarks. And when you're living on the south side of Kansas City, it makes it a lot quicker to get to Branson and the Ozarks. And so if you want to just spend a weekend sitting out on the lake there or going shopping, it just makes it such a fun weekend. You're that much closer. Now, I wanted to just share with you, I get this question once in a while. When it's about a 55 plus adult community, I've been asked if it is a good investment. My opinion is yes, the 55 plus or adult active communities, or even adult communities in and of itself, are good investments. And you will see that because there's some builders that even think that as well, because they're starting to build in these new communities. Life expectancy is increasing, and the baby boomers are now wanting to downsize. Plus, more and more aging parents are wanting to move around their kids or be around their grandkids without the responsibility of yard work and snow removal and all that. And so aging parents and grandparents are staying active. There's senior classes that are going around at gyms. There's more people walking. There's social clubs in different cities. There's Travelers Over 60 organizations. I think that the trend of people who are staying active as they are seniors continues to be on the rise. And so I do believe that it is a good investment for you or for your family. I hope this video helped you, because there's a lot to take into account when you're considering relocating and when you're considering moving into an adult active community. Whether you're downsizing or whether you're making a lateral move, if you want something bigger or something that's right about that size, then you can do this. So reach out, because this is what we do. We help people buying and selling throughout the Kansas City metropolitan area, and as well as from the United States, moving into Kansas City and in this area. So if this interests you, or if you have any questions, please reach out. Me and my team, we love what we do, and this is not a sales pitch. We love what we do, and we would love to be a part of your team in helping you find that perfect property. So again, my contact information is below, so go ahead and click on that link. Now, YouTube is going to be giving you a couple of videos that they think that you might be interested in. So go ahead and click on those videos. And until next time, to buy or sell, call Anita Cordell.